When asked to name his all-Negro Leagues team, the legendary Oscar Charleston, arguably the greatest center fielder to ever play this game, named 3 Negro League legends: Martin Higo, Cristobal Torriente, and Herbert "Rap" Dixon. Dixon is a name that is not a household name. Oh, but it should be. Dynamic center fielder. Although he played all 3 outfield positions, he had the entire package. He played on some of the greatest Negro League teams of all time, beginning his career with the Harrisburg Giants, but also playing for the Chicago American Giants and teams like the Pittsburgh Crawfors, and having a litany of Hall of Fame teammates such as Satchel Paige and Cool Papa Bell and Charleston himself. Although Dixon is not in the National Baseball Hall of Fame, he should be, having been part of one of the greatest outfields in baseball history: Oscar Charleston, Fat Jenkins, and of course, Herbert "Rap" Dixon. It was coined the $1 million outfield.
One down. Rap Dixon digging in now. And there's a foul ball. And the 0-1. Runner on the go. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Oh, and gone. Clark back to work.
Ball 1.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Ball 1, no strike.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it.
Rap Dixon, one of the great nicknames ever for a baseball player. He earned that nickname, and while there's been variations, I like the one that was offered by Chester Washington, the great sports writer, who said that Rap hits the old apple to the same degree of which made William Tell famous. Rap rapped out a lot of hits over a tremendous Negro Leagues career. He still holds what would be now considered a major league record: 14 consecutive hits. Yes, you heard me. 14 hits in a row. Well, he got 8 of them in a doubleheader, and that is a mark that will be difficult to challenge for years to come.
Now it's the right fielder, Rap Dixon. Drake back to work. In the air, right side. Sizes this one up. Drops into the glove. Runner tags for home. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead. High fly ball out to center field. Coming on. He's got it. And there's one down. First pitch misses.
Count 1-0.
Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touch down for a hit. The run comes in from second. It's 3-0. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he's got an RBI triple. Rap Dixon with a chance to make it 14 hits in a row. Bounced out to short. He is safe. And he beats the throw by.
Rap Dixon was also part of an epic barnstorming tour that literally saw him jump ship from the Negro Leagues to take a ship to Japan. Yes, you heard me right. A team called the Philadelphia Royal Giants would venture over to Japan in 1927, where they would play a 24-game exhibition series, and they go 23-1 on that tour. It was a tremendous goodwill tour. The Japanese players and fans absolutely fell in love with those players from the Philadelphia Royal Giants. And that is why that tour is so much credited with having ignited the flame that is professional baseball in Japan today. Perhaps it does not happen without Rap Dixon and his comrades' initial tour to Japan to spread baseball goodwill.
Fresh off his dominant showing in Japan, here's Rap Dixon to the plate. That one down the line, tries to get back and save. Throws to first in time. Ground ball up the middle. Little steps on the bag for the force. Gets him easily. Ends the inning. Inside corner at the knees for a strike. And the slider just misses. 2 outs. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. And that one's gone into the bleachers.
Rap Dixon was a superb hitter, as his name would suggest, who combined power while hitting for average. As a kid, he was accustomed to throwing steel billets at a steel company that a lot of people attributed it to the strength in his right arm, and he had a cannon for a throwing arm. The great Major League manager John McGraw summed up the ability of Herbert Rap Dixon in this way, basically saying if Rap Dixon had been of lighter skin, he could have passed him off as a Cuban, and the National League would have had a new bona fide star.
So digging in, Perry. That one hit to right. Sizing this one up. He's got it. Here comes the runner from third. The throw home. And he's out. Knocked down and that.
In 1929, as a member of the Baltimore Black Sox, Rap Dixon did virtually everything except sell popcorn at the concession stand. He led the team in hits, batting average, RBIs, home runs, stolen bases in an incredible historic season.
Rap Dixon digging in now. The right-hander back to work. And that one is lifted in the air. Under it. He's got it. Runners tag up from second and third. He'll score on the sac fly, and they take a 2-run lead. Lifted in the air, right center field. Sellers heading to the alley. Pulls it in on the run. And that is the third out of the inning. Check swing. Now a look down to first. Didn't go. And the righty deals. Lifted to left center. Way back there. And that is gone.
Rap Dixon also holds the distinction of having participated in the first ever Negro Leagues game held in venerable Yankee Stadium. 1930. The Lincoln Giants versus the Baltimore Black Sox. And Herbert Dixon responded to Yankee Stadium quite well. In a doubleheader, he hit a home run in the first game, and he followed it up with 2 home runs in the second game.
So up next, Rap Dixon.
Rap Dixon wasn't just a great player. He was a really good manager, too. He was player manager for the Baltimore Black Sox in 1934 and even scouted Leon Day before signing him for Baltimore.
The wind of the pitch. Dixon crushes this one deep to left. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch. Backed off the plate that time. Back on Rap's managing career, Chris, he also managed another of his old teams, the Harrisburg Giants, in the 1940s. By then, they were an integrated semi-pro team with 4 white players on the roster. And it's gone!
Herbert Rap Dixon, one of the greatest unknown superstars to ever play this game. But of course, that is the plight of the Negro Leagues. This league was filled with great stars, and Herbert Dixon was one of those great unknown stars. A player who had a penchant for the dramatics. The stage was never too bright. He played with and against some of the greatest of all time. many of them who are Hall of Famers. He was one of the greatest outfielders in the United States. 5'2" guy who did everything. Would go on to manage in the Negro Leagues, and yet his life was cut short, dying at a young age. But Rap Dixon left a legacy of greatness that we're excited to share.